Hi, and thank you for tuning into week 5, which is our final week of the rolling programme. This is a programme given to us and taught to us to teach on to the rest of our team on how to grow a successful business. So it's all your core basics, your principles. It's very duplicatable. It's something that I learned from right from the word go, something that helped me develop my business massively. So I hope you've all been enjoying the weeks. If you have only just joined us, welcome to the team. Anything that you've missed over the past weeks is going to roll on. So next week is going to be a week off, and then we're going to start back at week 1 again. Next week, what I'm going to do is do a little mini video, and that's just going to be recognitions, because obviously we're coming up to the end of the month. So once we've got all the figures in, I can announce those top 5 teams and top 5 distributors again, because I know that everyone's been working so hard. We've had loads of promotions going on as well, so I want to recognise everybody in the right order and make sure I don't miss anybody out, because the team's just growing phenomenal at the minute. So well done to absolutely everybody. So what we're going to look at this week is volume mapping, how to map your business out, what you can expect to achieve within the month and how you're going to do that. We're going to look at habits of a leader, becoming a leader, and what it's going to take for you to lead your business forward. Recognitions, we're going to talk about what the company recognises, how to achieve these recognitions, and also what we should be recognising from our own team as well. And finally, there's something at the end, there's a little twist that they're going to put on the end for you just to have a little think about over the next week or two. So what we looked at in last week's training was using the products and how this is going to help your business, sharing the products and testimonials. We spoke a bit about recruiting, we spoke about coaching, we also spoke about personal development and what this would do for your business, how to build your pipeline and what a pipeline is, speaking about new customers and how to get these customers, and we also carried on with our points recording sheet. So hopefully you've all listened in to last week's, and if you haven't, don't worry, these weeks do roll round, so once you've missed it, it will be picked up back up again. The points recording sheet is a really good one. That's something that I've uploaded the file onto Successful Steps to Manager page, which is the page hosted by me, and that's obviously everyone in our team wanting to go for manager position and wanting to build lovely businesses. That's where we post all our motivational stuff, that's where we egg each other on, and on that team page are only registered distributors, so don't worry about saying anything. If you're having a bad day, just have a good old moan on there, because that's what you can do with that page. So that's the page I have posted the points recording sheet PDF to, so you can print this out. And I hope you've started all using it, because it really gives you a guidance on if you're doing enough or what areas you can be doing more in order to grow your business, and gives you ideas. So if you're not using one, then please print out one for every week, and it will just give you a bit of guidance. So we are going to talk about volume mapping. Volume mapping is a way for you to predict where you think you might be getting your case credits from. So if you're planning for promotion, or if you're hoping to bring in a certain amount a month on your retail or anything like that, what you can do is predict your case credits, what you need to be turning over in order to achieve that money. So this is a breakdown. Now, I always volume map my business, always, because I like to know what I can do, where I can get it, how I can get it. So if you do this at the beginning of the month and then keep reanalyzing it throughout the whole of the month, so halfway through, a week through, redo it again. So where you can expect to get case credits from, when we just throw a figure into the air and say do 4 case credit a month, or, do 5 case credit a month, it's okay saying that, but actually in our mind we need to know how. How are we going to do that? So how you can do it is personal use. Pride and high, I always call it lows and highs. So at the top of my page, I put a little L and a H. So personal use, think about lowest possible. What are you going to order over the coming month? What's your shopping going to be? Your toothpaste, your deodorant, your personal items. So, if you've got a family as well, you and your family's total use, it could be maybe 0.5 at a low. Now, if you're thinking of the high, are you doing a clean 9 this month? Is anyone in your family doing a clean 9? Are you looking at buying the Sonia skincare range to try out so you can use it for launch parties and things like that? So have a little think about what the month's going to bring you, and potentially that could be a 1.5 on a high. Now, you want to aim to do a product launch or a business launch twice a month. Even if you've had your initial launch, we've all got lots of different groups of people, different acquaintances, different friend groups, people that couldn't make our last launch party. So try and do a couple a month. If you can do a couple a month, you could potentially bring in 2 case credits. This is from people hearing about new products, other products you haven't spoke about though. And this is really, really good practice as well, to get in there, doing launch parties, get comfortable with what you're saying, build up your testimonials as well. So aim to do 2, and you could bring in 2 case credits. Now, if you aim to do 2, if you had these big launches, or you could aim to do more than 2, if you could do, 3, or if you could get someone else to have one and really boost it up a bit, you could potentially bring in 4. All it takes is for a small group of friends to all decide they're going to do a clean 9, or all decide they're going to do the body toning maps together, and that brings in a massive influx of case credits. So you've got those ones there. Now, pup boxes, personal use product pack. This is what we always talk about. It's that little box, you can buy them fully loaded for about £70–80, or you can get an empty box and stick in a couple of products from your NDP, stick a new distributor feedback form in there, and stick your brochure and order form, and ask people if they would like to trial your products, just so you can get a bit of feedback. Now, if you can aim to get 4 of those out over the course of the month, potentially that could bring you in 1 case credit lowest. That's judging 0.25 case credit per pup box if you're getting 4 out over the month. Now, if you can get out more pups, or you can get bigger orders coming in, you could get 2. These pup boxes are fantastic because they're working when you're not able to. So if you've got your day job, you're busy at work, you can actually give someone your products to try for a few days and then go and pick it up. That's done its job for you. So that's where you can bring in a couple of case credits. Now, obviously, you want to aim to recruit. So if you're speaking to people about the business over the course of a month, if you can aim to recruit 1 person a month, that's going to bring you in 2 case credits. Now, if you can aim to recruit 2 or more people, that's going to bring you in 4 or more case credits. So from breaking it all down there, you can see where you can earn 5.5 case credits from, and that's at a very low. That's the lowest if you do these things. And if you really push it and get the top in all of them, you can get 11.5 in a month. That's just you on your own, what you're doing. So if you're not achieving in a certain area, but you're stronger in another area, this will break it down and show you. So halfway through the month, when you reassess it, you can see where you're putting all your effort, what you're getting from where, and you can reanalyze it, reassess it, and work from it. This works really, really well. To really visualise it, especially in the early days when you just don't know where these case credits are coming from. Don't wait till the last week to kind of panic and think, oh my gosh, what am I going to order? Don't do it like that. Run it like a business. Become very organised and do your volume mapping. So this is a volume mapping on a larger scale. So this person's growing a team. So what they want to do is work out their team's case credits as well. So what you're going to do is, again, put your personal case credit, because you are always working this business even when you've got a team. So you are working out your personal use, your product business launches, your pups, you're going to aim to recruit. So you've got 5.5, 11.5. And then what you can do is sit down and volume map your team. So if you've got 1 you recruit, you can aim, see what's going on in theirs. Now you can tailor it. If they've got their NDP, then they may not necessarily order anything with personal, because obviously they've got a pack full of stuff. So don't put anything on there. But then if they're recruiting more than 1 or 2 people a month, then you can up it. So really adjust it, really volume map your business, and you can see where you're planning these case credits on coming in. Sit down with your team and volume map their business, because this will help them, and then this will also give you a guide of what they're hoping to achieve, what their low and their highs are available of getting. Now with this then, you can combine all your information together, and you can work out over the course of the month or the 2 consecutive months what your case credits are. So from this person and his team, he's worked out that as a low, he can get 20.5. As a high, he can get 38.5. Now, obviously, we know that to get a supervisor promotion, you need 25. So actually, by hitting the 20.5, he's not far off. So from the very early days, we know that he can push in certain areas or, get really strong in certain areas and actually tip it that little bit to take the low up to the 25. And then that's going to be the supervisor promotion, instant pay rise, your team's going to be building, the momentum's coming on. So it's something that you can really work out. So don't let your business just free flow. You want to try and put a bit of structure in place, a bit of volume mapping. I know last week I sat down with Helen Wilson in our team, and we did a bit of volume mapping with her, and it was amazing just to see almost like the relief on her face, where you can finally see where these case credits are coming from. Instead of just saying, oh, I need to do 8. How are you going to do it? Break it down, really break it down, and then you can see. And we volume mapped her business and it looked beautiful. It was really neat, it was really tidy, it finalised everything, where everything was going to come from. And it also gives you a bit of a plan then. You've got a plan of action right in front of you just from volume mapping, because you can see what you want to achieve from personal, from your pups, from recruiting. So that's your plan of action, which you can go out and execute. So you can also volume map your team, and then they've got a plan of action too. So if we really get good on this volume mapping, we know exactly where we're going to be. You can volume map your own business. Like I said, I volume map my own. I sit there and play with numbers and do some number crunching at the beginning of the month. I do it halfway through the month, a week towards the end of the month, just to see what I can do and where I can get it from and what support I need to give. Now here is a little timeline. This is a chart to show you what happens in a business. So if you've got an average business, you're still doing amazing. I mean, look at this business. This person's done 20, 30, 50. This is them and their team. 70. So they've hit manager. They've then gone on to do 90. Now they've plateaued, so they've stayed at 90, which is still good. They've got an Eagle Manager business, which means they've gone for Eagle Manager's retreat. They've got the incentive, but they've never tipped over the 100 mark. They've just stayed the same. Now, if you can look at the other business, the blue columns, this business has gone up and up and up and up each month. So they've hit the 100, they've hit the 120, which then means they've hit car plan, hit 100 club, 160, 170, they've got their first manager, they've done again, they've got a second manager, profit shared. So this is an example to show you what happens when you decide to decide. When you're treating it like a momentum, the momentum's growing and you're going and going with this business, and it can bring in amazing things. So you what starts off as just getting the ball rolling. If you keep that ball rolling, don't plateau, keep going and keep going, so many more things open up to you as well. So just by doing it, what you want to aim to do is increase your business by a bit each month. If your bar chart on your distributor login page looks like steps, that's perfect. That's exactly what you want it to do. You want it to look like a steps going up and up and up. Even if it's just a little bit each month, that's in the right direction. So you want to keep going up and up and up, and then you'll keep your business going up as well, and you're going to hit all these incentives with it. So just keep that going, keep that momentum going. Volume mapping yourself, your team, so you know what you're aiming for and what you're going for. If you need any help at all in understanding any of the promotions, any of the incentives, just give me a shout, give me a message, an email, ask your sponsor, and we'll explain it to you and what these all mean for your business and what it's going to do for you. Now we're going to talk about becoming a leader. Because habits of a leader, you want to aim for that manager position, you want to take that role, become a leader, have a lovely team behind you. So when you look at leaders across the board, they've all got very, very common traits in place. And it's always similar sort of people. When you see people up on stage, Jane and John Leach, they're all from different backgrounds, completely, but it's the core bits that are the same. So all leaders have an amazing attitude. The ability is what you're capable of doing. Motivation determines what you do, but your attitude determines how well you do it. So you can be as motivated as you like, but if your attitude stinks, you're really, really going to struggle. So, really work on that attitude, have a positive outlook on life, have a positive mindset, and have an amazing attitude towards everything. Because there's no point in the negativity. To be negative towards something isn't going to change the outcome. Whereas, to be positive, it can do amazing things to your business. So keep positive, have that amazing attitude, and that will take you up to the leadership role. So leaders are committed to doing their 4 case credit every month. It's important to be doing 4 case credit, not because we have minimum targets. We don't. We always say that this company don't push any targets on us, but we push targets on ourselves if we want to achieve over and beyond. So you can be a retailer. You can be doing, 0.5. You can be doing 1 case credit. If that's what you're happy to do, that's fine. But if you really want to push and you want to create a business, you need to commit to do your 4 case credit every month. 4 case credit means that the incentives open up for you, so it's the extras. 4 case credit means that you will earn a team building bonus. So you won't earn off a team unless you're doing the work yourself. Why should you kind of earn off a team if you're not putting it in yourself? So this shows the company that you're doing that 4 case credit, and all leaders will all be doing their 4 case credit and work in the business. Leaders commit to attending all events, all the success days, supporting local business presentations, any events that company put on. You'll want to be there. You'll want to be mingling with the leaders, with the best people in the business, and being like a sponge, absorb everything you can from them. So really commit to attending all events available. Leaders commit to prospecting and recruiting. Wherever they go, they see opportunity to talk to somebody. They see people that they feel would be fantastic for the business, and it's not forced. It doesn't feel like work. It's very, very natural. So when you start feeling that way, that's so